This is gold V18. It's a high pin count lock that features 3 rows of pins on the left side, right side and on top. These 3 rows contain 7 chambers each, 2 of which are occupied by the spring-loaded ball detents that allow easy key removal when the core is turned back to its normal position. Here you can see the bitting. There are some interesting cuts, and I would say they are there to make reading the key much harder. Also, this lock contains only 15 active pins. The rest of the chambers are let's say master key. They contain special pins that do not enter a keyway and they don't interact with the key. So yeah, let's see how the picking goes. So the first one to bind is pin number 5 on the left side. Nice click out of that. Now pins number 2 and 1 on the top row are the next in line. And interestingly enough, these 2 pins act tapered, so one has to be really careful to go through them several times to make sure they are in the correct position. Otherwise the feedback is lost as the picking progresses. So hopefully they are set, so let's check. Pin number 7 on the left side, nice click. 6 is springy, 5 needs a touch, 4 needed a touch, and I got quite nice core rotation. So let's check the left side. Pin number 1 is binding, nice click. Pin number 2 is binding pretty hard, okay, nice click. Now number 3, there was some counter rotation, so I will check. Yeah, pin number 1 got unseated. And also another click from number 3. So they should be good now. Now number 6. Nice click out of that. And yeah, also number 6 on the left side. Number 7 on the right is zero lift. So I'm not even trying to touch it. So now let's see how about top row. Number 7, nice click. Number 6, also nice click. Now number 5, that was just pick slipping. Come on, okay, nice click. Again, nice click. And that was pin 6 and 5. Now let's see how about pin number 4. There was a counter rotation and hopefully it's set. Number 5 needed a touch. And Number 7 also was not there yet. Again, number 5. 6 is okay, and 7 seems to be okay. So now let's check the right side. 1 is okay, 2 is okay, 3 is unseated. Got a click and small core movement. It seems number 6 moved a bit. So let's set now. Let's recheck. 1, 2, 3, okay, 6, okay, 7 is where it should be. Now number 7 on the left side seems to be, come on, where are you? Come on. Yeah, click from 7, 6, okay, 5, 4, okay. So let's recheck. Number 7 on the top row seems to be okay now, but there was a small click, and number 5 seems to be bound now. Come on. Let's see again. 7. Okay, it was pin number 7. And we are open. I don't want to turn the core much more, as I don't want to risk getting the pins where they shouldn't be. But as you can see, the lock is picked. So now let's see how the gutting goes. Unfortunately, this format is not very good for gutting. So we'll see how that goes. So the pins will be here, and I'm going to keep the core like this. Hopefully the pins will not have a tendency to jettison everywhere. Okay, so the right side goes first, pin number 1, number 2, three, that's the spring-loaded detent. or I should be counting back, so 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, okay, this is not a pin, this one is, and there's the last one, okay. So that's the right side. I'm going to remove the key. There's also the anti-drill element, and if I remember correctly, there should be, yeah, it's gonna be here, another chamber. Yeah, I guess, no, that's not that, we'll see. So let's dump the top row. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now the left side. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's take a look at the core. There are 2 chambers in here that contain these pins. I would think that this is some kind of anti-drill protection, or maybe, let's see, do they protrude into the core? Yeah, they do a bit. So maybe it's some sort of, let's say, artificial warding, but they do not get in a way for the pick, so they are quite benign. Now, not sure how visible is that, but these chambers are overmilled. All of them, so that is responsible for some of the clicks that were heard when the lock was picked. Also here is the place where the anti-drill element protecting the core from drilling sits, right there. So that's the core. And now I will try to arrange the pins a bit, and then I start dumping the pins from the Bible. Also, maybe you noticed some of the pins are just, let's say, pieces of brass without a tip, and these are the master chambers. So well, now comes the fun part. I'm always saying that the lock that takes longer to gut than to pick sucks. And unfortunately, this is one of those locks. All the pins contain a spring, or they are milled in the bottom, and the spring sits partly inside them. And also, yeah, I messed up. This one does not belong here, but there. And also the top row contains special, let's say, spacer, because this chamber is longer than the chambers on the sides. So in order to avoid the need for special let's say special pins or special springs, they use those spacers to take the rest of the space. Again, right. Top. These tiny little springs are quite nasty. They like to jump out whenever they can. Come on. Okay, and the spring-loaded detents, they do not contain the pins or well, let's say the driver is not normal pin, but it's a ball bearing, and the, let's say, the key pin is or the key pin has a small dimple that catches the ball bearing. So we're nearing the half of the gutting. guess from here I go from the back. We'll see if it will be better or not. I just have to keep in mind that I have to go from the other side, so this one is left. These little springs are really, really nasty. Top. And right. Come on. Okay. Doesn't matter. There is the spacer. Chamber 6. Top chamber. Remove the spring here because I need to fit the spacer in there too. Almost there. And right. And the last. Come on. The ball bearing from the right side jettisons, so should be like that. And there's a spacer. Plus there's the spring for the ball bearing. The spring is stronger than the rest of the springs on the normal pins. Nope. There you go. So nothing fancy in the core as far as I can tell. There are covers of the chambers, but thanks to this crimped on face of the lock, I wouldn't be able to reach the first chambers, so unfortunately for this format, this is the only way to get it. So let me arrange the pins for the close-up. So let's take a closer look at these pins. Where you can see the brass keypin, brass driver, that's the master chamber. So here you can see on the left side, first two chambers are mastered. Chamber number 3 on the top and chamber number 4 on the right side, and then number 5 on the right and number 3 on the left are these ball detents for easier removal of the key. The drivers are mostly nice mushrooms. Their orientation is given by the fact that they have a hollow buttons for the springs, so if they were installed incorrectly, the springs would get crushed. So yeah, that was a Goal V18. Thanks for watching and bye.